Hello, everyone. Good morning. This is Pat, and I'm here to do our weekly Oracle card reading and message for this. Gosh, we're coming into this final week of January. Today's the 21st, and this will be going right through to the 26th, 27th. And I'm going to do like I usually do, call on the Archangel Oracle cards for the Archangel that's overseeing us for the week. And this week I felt guided to use the Saints and Angels Oracle card deck. We'll see what the messages are for this week. I'm curious to get, I don't know about you, but after last week's reading, I know Archangel Michael came up with a message for our week of "You are safe." And I know for myself, I found, because it's always interesting because Archangel Michael really heralds, or the archangels really herald what's coming up and sort of the theme. And I found that, yeah, I was preoccupied with these different things that came up that I noticed were generating fear within me. Some of them were financial fears and, what's coming up, a little bit of what's coming up down the road. And I kept thinking of that card, "You are safe," and Archangel Michael reminding us of that. So anyways, let's get going on this week's messages and see what comes up. And I'm back outside again because we finally have a nice kind of warming up beautiful day out here, and I like to get I love to be outside, so it's just so nice. All right, we call upon the archangels for whatever messages. Who's working with us this week? Who do we need to work with? And okay, oh, we got two of them that popped out at us this week. All right, the first one is Jophiel with "Clear Your Space." And she said, get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, use Feng Shui. So I'm sure this speaks to maybe what a lot of us may be doing in this upcoming week. And I know, actually, it reminds me of the fact that on Hay House, Denise Lin is a clutter clearing coach. And she's running there's a new course that she's putting out to become a clutter clearing coach. But anyways, it's about the importance of clearing your space, and how that's important for your own. It's about letting go of the past. It's about letting go of attachments. Really looking at kind of what you have around you, because clutter ties up our energy. And I am the clutter queen, so I'm sure this is what I will be doing a lot of this week. But so she's calling our attention to that, to look at what you have around you and, begin that process of letting go. And in terms of a spiritual path, it really is about letting go of our attachments to things. And because that's what keeps us weighed down. I mean, literally and metaphorically. Okay. And Jophiel can help you do that. She can help you clear and beautify your space. So if your intention in the new year has been to have a brighter outlook, have things be lighter, easier for you, it starts with clearing your space. And it includes kind of the mental clutter too that we have. If you notice that you have thoughts whirling around in your head all the time, spend some quiet time and be willing to let it go for a while. So she's helping us out this week with clearing our space. The other one that came out right along with it is this one from Raziel about take back your power. So in a very real way, these two can be tied together. Raziel is an archangel of spiritual wisdom. He helps us to see the bigger picture and to gain clarity about things. Both clarity in terms of clairvoyance, actually seeing things spiritually, but also seeing things like seeing the bigger picture in the sense of spiritual understanding in a bigger way. Okay. And because when we gain that understanding, when we get that spiritual wisdom, that does help us to take our power back, because we finally kind of get the big picture, and we can make decisions and determinations about how to move forward. Okay, so when this card comes up, it just signals that there's an awareness there that you maybe have been giving your power away to something, and it may even be the clutter that's around your life. You may realize you're having awareness that you've been letting that control you, or that it's taken up so much of your time and energy to manage and control it, or what have you. And you're finally going to take your power back. You're going to take your life back. It could have to do with, a person that you realize, or, maybe your employer or an organization or something, that you are aware that you've been letting too much of your time and mental energy be tied up with it. And so you're finally going to take back your power from it. And it's a feeling of determination, is what I get around it. When you have that awareness and realize you're going to take your power back, it's like an inner determination, that it's like a shift, an energy shift, where you finally become determined to make a change for yourself. Okay. And it's not a reckless one. It's one that comes from it brings back a deep sense of calmness with it. So anyways, this is what's these are powerful archangels. Well, all archangels are very powerful, but Jophiel is the archangel of beauty, and Raziel, I forget what his name specifically means, but he's said to sit so close to the throne of God that he hears the secrets and the knowledge of the universe. So anyways, we have those two powerful archangels working with us. Now let's see what the saints and angels messages are for this week. Okay, that one looks like it wants to come out. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Let's see what the third one is that wants to come out. Okay. So, the beginning of the week, we have this card that comes out with "Look Deeper." All right. And she's kind of looking into the pond. And it's like a pond of reflection. All right. But the message is really about be willing to look beneath the surface. All right. For yourself, or at what's going on in a particular situation. Look at the underlying issues there. And if you are, clearing out clutter, as what Archangel Jophiel's message is, clearing your space, you may be looking at the underlying reasons, the underlying attachments of why you were holding on to something. All right, what you thought it was going to bring you, what the benefit was of holding on to it. You're also looking deeper at, maybe I feel like for some of you out there might be some of your relationships, like, why am I still connected with this person? You may be re-examining or looking a little bit deeper than the superficial connection that you have. I want to look a little bit at the what she has in this book, because it had a significant message to it. Yeah, it's really just about connecting, looking below the surface and connecting to your inner truth about something. Or, you might be talking to someone who's, maybe a professional or has a little bit more information or knowledge about something than what you do, a counselor or a legal person. It's what they're showing you is that it's worth looking a little deeper into something. Okay, looking at the details, or maybe looking at, either your own or other people's motivations. Okay, so that's the start of our week. We're just kind of looking more deeply, doing a little bit more research into things, including, I would say, like I said, with the Clear Your Space, our attachments to things. And do I really need this? Do I need to hang on to this? What's the benefit of it? Kind of reviewing that. In the middle of the week, we have Saint Teresa of Lisieux, who shows up with steady progress. It's a reminder to keep going, keep at it. You've made a lot of progress. And for some of us, it might be kind of looking back at, as you've done this, process. It's also about looking at your accomplishments, how far that you've come in many ways. All right. And not to get too preoccupied with any kind of regrets that you may have. All right. Saint Teresa is known as I think she's known as Little Flower. And when she's around in your presence. You get the smell of roses or fresh flowers, so you can see all the flowers that she's got in with her. And she is the she had, I don't want to say the master of, but she was the one who talked about the little way. It's the daily efforts that you make. You know, I'm in a coaching program now, and I'm learning about how, you know, every little bit that we, every little bit of progress and change in our thinking that we make, that changes the way we think about something or our approach to it, is a measure of progress. You know, you're still moving forward. So she's reminding you of that, to look at how far you've come and appreciate that and keep moving forward, okay? The end of the week comes in with this message of sweetness. And I love how she's, you know, kind of sitting down here with this beautiful blue color, with the animals, okay? And for me, it gives me that feeling of almost like the reward at the end of the week. You know, you have this, it's about a reminder to be sweet to yourself, okay? The way you would be sweet to your animals. And the whole color of this card gives me the feeling of a greater sense of calmness and relaxation, and a sense of inner calmness and peace that comes in at the end of the week that feels very sweet to you. So the sweetness card is always interesting, and I want to read a little bit from the book from it, because it says, "You're sweet. Notice and enjoy the nectar of life." Okay? If you've felt toughened by life experiences, your angel can help you lower your defenses and still be safe, protected, and respected. Treat yourself with tender sweetness. Give yourself rewards and be kind to yourself. So it's a feeling of, by the time we get to the end of the week, you're going to be giving yourself a bit of a reward for the hard work that you did during the week, going through your stuff, working, doing that inner work, whatever it is that you've gotten through this week. So it's a week of progress, okay, that starts out by looking a little more deeply into things, you know, plugging through it, and the end of the week you get that sweetness of a job well done, or you reward yourself with something. You know, if you've cleared out old clutter, maybe it allows the space for the new to come in, and you reward yourself with something new. So anyways, that's what it looks like is up for our week. I hope you have a lovely week, and I look forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care, everyone.